You don't need to live in stress. You don't need to feel stuck, overwhelmed, or like life is too much. You just need a new way to think, a new way to plan, and a new way to move. Think of RPM as your secret weapon. Your stress buster. Your lifesaver. Your I've got this system. Even I get overwhelmed sometimes. I really do. I've got a lot on my plate. Companies. Kids. My body. People depending on me. Decisions to make. Problems to solve. And just like you, things hit me out of nowhere. Life happens. Plans change. Emotions rise. But what I've learned is this. When life hits, don't react, just respond. When you're reacting, you're just surviving. When you respond, you're in control. That's what RPM teaches you, how to stay calm, clear, and powerful even in chaos. Because here's the truth. Even when life gets crazy, you can still get the result. You just need a different kind of thinking. Not regular thinking. Not slow thinking. Not scattered thinking. You need result-focused thinking. Purpose-driven thinking. Massive action thinking. And when you train your brain this way over and over, it becomes your default. It becomes automatic. Fast. Natural. Powerful. That's why it's called the rapid planning method. Because it's fast. Because it works. Because it makes you unstoppable. RPM is not just a system. It's a way of living. It's how you live when you're tired of running in circles. It's how you move when you're done reacting. It's how you think when you want to win. A lifestyle built on results, purpose, massive action. When you live that way, life doesn't control you. You control your life. And the quality of your life starts to explode. This isn't theory. It's real. It changed my life. And it's changed the lives of people I work with. My clients. My companies. My friends. We don't just survive. We dominate. Why? Because we don't sit around solving little problems all day. We don't get stuck wondering, what do I do next? We move. With clarity. With power. With certainty. Most people live in reaction. Putting out fires. Doing 10 things at once. Stressed. Tired. Running out of time. But I don't live by time. Time lives by me. That's a belief you must adopt. It's not magic. It's mindset. I don't serve time. Time serves me. And that belief changes how you walk into any room. People around me know this. When I go to a meeting, I'm not there to waste time. I'm not there to talk just to talk. I'm there to get a result. So we start the meeting, we connect, we laugh, we hug. But then I ask, what's the outcome here? What are we deciding today? What are we solving now? Because action is what changes things. Decisions move the needle. Meetings without purpose are noise. We need clarity. Now let me ask you this. Have you ever had a dream that felt impossible? Something so big you didn't know where to start? You didn't know how, but you knew deep down. I have to make this real. I want you to stop and think. What was the very first thing you did to take that dream and turn it into real life? What was the moment everything changed? You see, most people, when you ask them what they want, they'll tell you what they don't want. I don't want to live like this anymore. I don't want to feel stuck. I don't want to be broke. I don't want to be alone. But that's not power. That's pain. Because wherever your focus goes, your energy flows. Let's talk about something that steals focus. Something that kills dreams. Something that traps brilliant people. It's called perfectionism. And perfectionism has many faces. Let's talk about the 5 types of people that get stuck. 5 patterns. 5 ways perfectionism and procrastination slow you down. Some of these might sound like you. That's okay. You're not broken. It's just a pattern. And patterns can be changed. Type 1, the classic perfectionist. This person needs things to be perfect all the time. They're always organizing. Always planning. They want control. They're strong. They're dependable. They do things well. But if it's not exactly how they imagined, they freeze. They don't move forward. Because in their mind, if it's not perfect, it's not good enough. So they wait. And wait. And wait. They never start. Or they start but never finish. And they're not lazy. They're afraid it won't be perfect. So they don't give it a real shot. That's a trap. Because in real life, perfect doesn't exist. You have to let go of perfect. You have to move anyway. Type 2, the people pleaser, the Parisian. Now this person also wants to do things right. But they're different. They don't just want success. They want to be liked while doing it. They care what others think. They want approval. They want everyone to be happy. So what happens? They don't take action if they think someone might not like it. They avoid tough conversations. They say yes when they mean no. They hold back their ideas. They stay quiet in the room. They say, what if they don't like it? And because of that fear, they stop themselves. They don't follow through. They procrastinate. Not because they're lazy, but because they're scared of not being liked. And when they do take action, they doubt themselves. They give others too much power over how they feel. That's not freedom. That's emotional prison. Type 3, the planner who never starts. This is the classic procrastinator. They want to get it right. So they plan. And plan. And over-prepare. They think about it. They make lists. They write down steps. They watch videos. They read books. They do everything, except start. Because deep down, they don't want to fail. So they say things like, I'll start when I feel ready. I need to get everything lined up first. Maybe next week. But here's the truth. You never feel fully ready. Success doesn't wait for you to be ready. It comes when you move anyway. Even when it's messy. Even when you're scared. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be in motion. Type 4, the dreamer who doesn't finish. These people are exciting. They dream big. They start fast. They get everyone hyped. They have energy. They have fire. But they don't finish. Why? Because they try to do everything at the same time. They say yes to too much. Their energy is scattered. They're always busy, but never really getting results that matter. They start 10 things and leave 9 of them undone. They're not lazy. They're overwhelmed. They love the beginning of things. The planning. The spark. But they get bored or distracted when it's time to grind. They don't stick to one path long enough to win. Type 5, the intense one. This person is laser focused. They don't mess around. They know what they want. They go get it. They take big action. That's their power. They can move mountains. But they can also make people feel pushed. They can be too intense. They want things done now. And sometimes, people around them feel overwhelmed or even hurt. They forget to connect. They forget people need space. So even though they get results, they might burn bridges. They might win the game, but lose the team. And that's not real success either. So let me ask you. Which one are you? Can you see your pattern? If you know it, you can say, "Wait, that's just a pattern. It's not me." You are not your delay. You are not your fear. You are not your perfectionism. You can break it. Right now. You just need a new pattern. And that's where RPM comes in. If you've ever had a goal, if you've ever said, "I want to do this," but you didn't finish, it's not because you're lazy. It's because you didn't have the right plan. So let me give you a real-life example. I was talking with this man during one of our sessions. He looked at me and said, "I have this dream, but it feels too big." I asked him, "What's the dream?" He said, "I want to raise $100,000 to help kids. I want to give them scholarships so they can have a better future." I said, "That's beautiful. So what's stopping you?" He paused. He looked down. He said, "I don't even know where to start." And that's where most people stop. Right there. They get overwhelmed by the size of the goal. But we didn't stop. We built an RPM plan. Right there on the spot. And it changed everything. Step 1, what's the result? The result is the what. What do you want? I asked him again. What do you really want to make happen? He said, "I want to raise $100,000 through an event that helps kids get scholarships." That's clear. That's focused. Now we're getting somewhere. Step 2, what's the purpose? Then I asked, "Why? What's the purpose behind it?" And when he answered, his voice changed. He got emotional. He said, "Because these kids deserve more. They don't have chances. I want to give them skills and support so they can live amazing lives. This matters to me." That's what gives you energy. That's your fuel. That's what keeps you going when it gets hard. Step 3, what's the massive action plan? Now we're ready to move. We don't sit around dreaming. We act. So I asked him, "What's one thing you can do today to move this forward?" He said, "I don't even know where to begin." So we brainstormed. Together. I helped him break it into steps. Here's what we came up with. 1. Brainstorm people who have done this before. Make a list of 10 people who have raised money for events or charity. 2. Choose the top 5 to reach out to. Focus on just 5. Don't talk to everyone. Start small and smart. 3. Contact those 5 people. Email. Call. Send a message. Ask for a short meeting or advice. 4. Interview them. Ask how they did it. Learn from their path. Take notes. 5. Ask each for a simple proposal. See if they have a way to help or connect you to someone who can. 6. Choose one plan. Pick the best strategy. Don't overthink it. Decide and move. 7. Take action on that plan. Start setting up the event. Find a venue. Begin the fundraising push. Now, we looked at the list. And I asked him, "How long will each of these steps take?" He estimated it. Brainstorm, 45 minutes. Pick top 5, 15 minutes. Contacting, 90 minutes. Interviews, 3 hours. Gathering proposals, 2 hours. Choosing, 45 minutes. Final action plan, 90 minutes. That's 9 hours and 25 minutes total. Less than 10 hours. Not 10 years. Not 10 weeks. 1 week of focused time. Suddenly, it didn't feel impossible anymore. It felt real. It felt doable. That's the power of RPM. It takes big dreams and breaks them into steps you can actually take. It removes the fog. It removes the fear. It removes the guesswork. And it gives you back your power. Imagine this. You're moving into a new house. You walk into the living room. Boxes are everywhere. You say to yourself, "Where do I start?" And your brain shuts down. Too many decisions. Too much stuff. It's overwhelming. But then something simple happens. You grab a Sharpie. You start labeling boxes. Kitchen. Bathroom. Living room. Office. Garage. Suddenly, it feels easier. It's the same stuff. But now, it's organized. That's what categories do for your life. They remove chaos. They give your brain a map. So instead of thinking, "I have to do everything," you say, "Let me look at just this area. One thing at a time." You move from panic to peace. From stress to strategy. Now listen to this. We've been lied to. They told us multitasking is smart. They said doing 10 things at once makes you successful. It's a lie. Here's the truth. Multitasking is a fancy word for doing a bunch of things badly. Let me ask you something. Have you ever tried answering emails, talking to your kid, and cooking all at the same time? What happens? You forget what you were typing. You burn the food. You say something you didn't mean. Why? Because your brain wasn't made to focus on many things at once. It was made to focus on one powerful thing at a time. That's how you make progress. That's how you gain momentum. When you focus on one result, you get energy, but when you chase too many things, you lose it. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to know every step. You just need to take the next one. So I'm asking you now. What's the one result you're going to chase today? What's the one thing you'll move forward with passion and purpose? Write it down. Feel it. Breathe it in. Then go after it. Because this is your moment. This is your life. And you are more powerful than you know.
Please like and subscribe for more videos.